Can you visualize a night so horrifying that it forever imprints itself upon your nightmares? Envision a secluded hamlet, cradled in the heart of India's resplendent landscapes, a place that basks under the bright sun, with its gentle rays kissing the humble homes and the infectious laughter of children frolicking in the fields, punctuating the air. By all accounts, it's a paradise of tranquility, a haven of peace. Yet, as the sun relinquishes its hold on the sky, the village descends into a bone-chilling metamorphosis. The cheerful banter of the day is choked out by an eerie silence, a quiet so profound that it is only fractured by the malevolent whispers of the wind and the ominous hoot of a solitary. The homes, once warm and inviting, now stand as haunting silhouettes against the ghostly moonlit sky, their shadows contorting into monstrous forms. And then, the inexplicable commences, phenomena that defy all logic and reason. Murmurs of spectral apparitions, blood-curdling sounds, objects operating with unseen hands. The villagers, once dauntless, now cower within their homes, consumed by a terror that gnaws at their very soul. As the shroud of descends, so does a fear which paralyzes each heart. As the sun sets, the true horror begins. There's a palpable shift in the atmosphere, a tightening in the air that is almost imperceptible, yet undeniably present. With the fall of twilight, the once serene village transforms into a stage for spectral theatrics. The first signs of the haunting are subtle, insidious even. A soft whispering wind, a gentle rustling, as if someone or something is shuffling through the leaves. The villagers try to dismiss it as the nocturnal orchestra of the countryside, but deep down, they know something is amiss. The wind feels colder, biting, and it carries with it a dread that sinks into their bones. Then come the flickering lights, dancing like will-o'-the-wisps in the gloaming. The humble lanterns that once bathed the village in a warm, homely glow now flash erratically, casting ominous shadows that seem to twist and contort into grotesque shapes. The villagers huddle in their homes, their hearts pounding in their chests as their minds race with trepidation. Every creak of the floorboards, every rustle of the trees, every flicker of the lights amplifies their growing fear. And the noises, oh, the noises. They start as whispers, soft and insidious, creeping into the ears of the villagers. Then they grow louder, morphing into indistinct murmurs and low growls. The villagers can't quite make out what they're hearing, but the sounds chill them to their very core. These occurrences are sudden, unpredictable, and they strike when the villagers least expect it. One moment, all is calm, and the next, the spectral show is in full swing. The suspense hangs heavy in the air, a tangible entity that coils around the villagers, squeezing the breath out of them. The unease, the fear, the dread, they all crescendo into a symphony of terror that grips the village in its icy hold. The villagers are trapped, ensnared in a haunting that shows no signs of abating. And then, the screams began. Do you believe in apparitions? In the heart of the night, under the pale glow of the moon, a ghostly figure emerged. The first sighting was by an old woman, her eyes wide with terror. She described the figure as a silhouette, an eerie shadow that seemed to dance and flutter between the trees, its form shifting and undulating with an otherworldly grace. Its movements were unnatural, too smooth, too fluid, as if it didn't belong to this plane of existence. The figure had an ethereal glow, a chilling luminescence that contrasted starkly against the inky blackness of the night. It was neither fully solid nor transparent, existing somewhere in between, like a spectre caught in a limbo. The air around it seemed to ripple, as if it was too cold, too alien for our world to contain. The villagers who saw it could not forget the sight. Their faces paled, their voices shook as they recounted their experiences. The figure seemed to have a hypnotic effect. It was terrifying yet compelling. Those who saw it could not tear their eyes away, even as their hearts pounded in their chests and their minds screamed for them to run. The village was a tight-knit community, a place where everyone knew everyone. Fear spread like wildfire. Doors were bolted, windows were shuttered, prayers were whispered. Sleep became a luxury few could afford. Every rustle of the leaves, every creak of the wood, every whisper of the wind sent shivers down their spines. No one knew where the apparition came from, or why it was there. There were whispers of old legends, of forgotten sins, of buried secrets, but nothing concrete, nothing that could explain the terror that had gripped their peaceful village. The figure disappeared as quickly as it appeared, leaving a trail of terror in its wake. And so, the once tranquil village was left in the throes of a fear they could neither understand nor escape. The ghostly apparition had marked its presence, and life as they knew it would never be the same. In the face of fear, there are those who dare to seek the truth. Now enter the paranormal investigators, a team of brave souls who thrive on the thrill of the unknown, their hearts beating with the rhythm of curiosity. Initial skepticism was their shield, a defense mechanism against the world of supernatural. After all, the human mind often denies what it can't comprehend, doesn't it? But as they stepped into the eerie silence of the haunted location, the air thick with the scent of history and mystery, their skepticism began to wane. The walls echoed with tales of the past, whispering secrets that sent shivers down their spines. The faint flicker of their torchlights danced on the ancient walls, casting shadows that seemed to come alive. The investigators were armed with technology, devices designed to detect the invisible, to give form to the formless. Their tools buzzed and blinked, reacting to unseen energies. The electromagnetic field fluctuated wildly, painting a picture of the unseen world that resided within the confines of the place. As they ventured deeper, they found anomalies that defied logical explanation. A cold spot in the middle of a warm room, a door that creaked open on its own, a shadow that moved against the light. Every discovery, every unexplainable occurrence chipped away at their skepticism, replacing it with a growing sense of dread. Then there were the EVPs, electronic voice phenomena, disembodied voices captured on their audio devices. Indistinct at first, but as they listened closer, they heard the whispers of the past, the cries of the trapped souls. The voices echoed in the silence, sowing a chilling tale of horror. The investigators, once skeptics, now found themselves on the edge of belief. The lines between the natural and the supernatural blurred. The reality they knew was being challenged. Their hearts pounded in their chests, not with fear, but with the thrill of the chase, the pursuit of the truth. As the team delved deeper, they found themselves drawn into a chilling tale of horror. Every haunting has a story, and this one was no less terrifying. Unfurling before us is a tale so chilling, it's enough to freeze the blood in your veins. The ghost we've come to know, the apparition that has haunted our every moment, was once a human with dreams, desires, and a heart that knew love. But love is a double-edged sword, isn't it? This tale begins in a time far removed from ours, a time when love letters were penned with ink, not typed on keyboards. Our ghost was once a young woman, full of life and laughter, her heart brimming with love for a man who didn't deserve it. He was a charm, a smooth talker, a master of deceit, and she was but a moth drawn to his flame. Their love story was the talk of the town, a whirlwind romance that swept everyone off their feet. But beneath the surface, a storm was brewing. The man she loved was not who he seemed. His charming exterior hid a heart as cold as stone, and when he was done playing with her heart, he discarded her like a used toy. The woman, heartbroken and betrayed, couldn't bear the pain. One fateful night, in a fit of despair, she took her life. Her spirit, however, trapped in the realm of the living, began to haunt the very place that had witnessed her downfall. The echoes of her past, her love, her betrayal, and her violent death, all converged to form the ghostly apparition we've come to fear. Her tragic backstory explains the haunting we're experiencing now. The chilling wails, the sudden chills, the feeling of being watched, they all stem from her unresolved past. She's not just a ghost. She's a reflection of her life, her love, and her betrayal. She's a reminder of a tragic love story that ended in despair. But the story does not end here. You may think you know the end, but do you really? There's a lingering chill in the air, a silent whisper that echoes through the night. Our story, cloaked in shadows and veiled in the unknown, isn't over yet. The haunting persists, a spectral presence that refuses to rest, a mystery that evades understanding. Every creak in the house, every flicker of the lights, every rustle of the wind, they're all fragments of a larger, unfinished tale. A tale that's etched in fear and steeped in the paranormal, a tale that still has twists to unravel, secrets to disclose. Remember, in the world of the supernatural, nothing is ever as it seems. The line between reality and the otherworldly is thin and often blurred. The ghostly figure that haunts this place, it's still here, still waiting. The questions remain unanswered. The haunting continues. As the haunting continues, one question remains. Who will be the next to see the ghostly figure?